I had to learn to stay down until I came up, bro. And you know what? Sometimes this process sucks so bad, bro. So bad, because you got to watch everybody that's doing good do good, and you're like, damn, I'm starting from the bottom. I'm starting all over again, or I'm just starting out. Everybody's enjoying this shit, and I'm sitting here. But you can look at it like that, or you could look at it like this. Hey, these are the results that I'm going to be getting as long as I stay down until I come up, because I know that's what they did. Because people don't just start with 1 million clients. You know what I'm saying? You got to build up. So this is how I start looking at things. I start looking at things like, well, shit, okay, he's a barber, right? He's cutting a lot of heads. I know his first or second year that he started, he was probably like me, sitting down, trying to get every client he could, build up his foundation. So I'm not stressing it. He's on year 8, year 10. Why would I compare my year 1 to his year 10? You see what I'm saying? So sometimes when we compare ourselves to people's, like, where people are at, that's when we mess ourselves up, because we're not realizing that they might have gone through that too, or even worse. Or even worse. They might have had to wait so long. You see what I'm saying? So sometimes you got to realize, like, okay, it's not that bad. We're going to make it through. You know, this is just a process. And it sucks, bro, because I'm an impatient person. I want this shit right now. I'm trying to be rich right now. I'm trying to have clientele right now. But the world doesn't work like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? You could go and buy a whole ounce of crack. You could go buy a whole bird right now. You know what I'm saying? A whole block of fucking cocaine or whatever you want. That doesn't mean you're going to be rich tomorrow, bro. You still got to go put the work in for the clientele. And it takes years. So even that, bro, even that, like the easy shit they say, you know what I'm saying? The easy route or whatever. You still got to go put that work in. Regardless. I don't know if this shit's shaking. Hold on. So as long as you know that you got to put that work in regardless, bro, and you got to stay down, you won't be bothered by staying down, because you know, okay, this is a process and this is what it comes with. I mean, a lot of times, you know, we'll get discouraged, but if you start looking over here and really the route you're on is right here, guess what? How you gonna get over there, bro? How are you ever gonna get to the finish line here when you're looking that way, bro? If I'm driving and I'm looking this way, bro, I'm bound to crash that way. I'm bound to crash. You see what I'm saying? So the way I look at it, man, is that, hey, you got to just stay down. You know, there's no way around it. It's either, you know, you're going to stay down with this shit or you're not, you know. And if you put your focus on everything else, bro, you're not going to get to where you really want to get to, you know. And people have been at the spot where you've been at. You might have no car. You might walk, you know, to work. You might have a bus. I rode the bus before. I've ridden the bus before. I've worked at Burger King before. I've done delivery of pizzas before all of this shit, bro. And you think I was making money? I wasn't making shit. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't making shit. So at the end of the day, I just realized, like, okay, we got to start somewhere. All the time, you got to start somewhere. You know, and it is what it is. Don't be impatient. Just keep putting the work in, you know. Like, when I first started barbering, man, I would see barbers cut and this and that, and I'll be like, damn, that shit's dope. Like, everybody's cutting. You know, dudes will be cutting and they'll leave early. Dudes will cut, make $200-$300 and leave early. And I'm like, damn, I got to sit all day here, bro, and I don't even make half of what they're making. Or maybe I do make half, but I got to sit here till 8 o'clock. From 9 o'clock to 8 o'clock to make $200, to make $150, to make $100 some days. But I got to realize they've been through it too. And I asked them, yo, bro, how was it when you first? Oh, just like you, bro. I'll be sitting here playing the Xbox. I'll be chilling because, hey, I had to wait. And that's when I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. So it's not just, this shit ain't just 1, 2, 3. And I've noticed that's with everything, bro. Every business, everything you do, even a job, bro. When you start a job, like, let's say you go to school to get a degree in a high-paying job. You got to go to school, bro. You're not going to make no money until you go to school, and then you get into the job, and then you build up. You see what I'm saying? So it's all a process, bro. So as long as you know that, okay, boom, all this shit's a process, and I'm not just going to get all the money, first quarter right when I start, it makes it a little easier, especially if you're impatient like me. I'm impatient, bro. But there's no way around it, bro. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? If you go start something else, you got to start at the bottom at that. You go anywhere else, you're going to start at the bottom at that. So you might as well just give it your all in what you're doing. Go hard in what you're doing right now, and eventually you'll build up. But I don't want to restart again in another, what's it called? In another thing. Like, I'm not trying to do that, bro. So I'd rather just rock out with this, because it's like, hey, this is all I got. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to, like, if I start barbering, I'm not trying to go in the car rental, because now I'm starting with car rentals. Now I started at one car rental. I might be making 2 bands a month, 1 band a month. I'm already making 4 bands over here. So why don't I just water the plant where I'm at already? But staying down till you come up, man, is important, because you can't cheat the process, and it's a process, bro, that you got to go through and everything. It's just like the gym. You might go in there fat, you might go in there weak, you might go in there skinny. Tomorrow, you're not going to be any stronger. You're not going to lose any weight. But hey, in a couple months, in a year from now, you'll be a different person. And that's the important part, is, the little steps that it takes, the little baby steps that you take to get where you want to be at. It all boils down to, it matters in the end. It all comes back in the end. So if you got to stay down till you come up, just do it, man. That's what it is. I done stayed down, man. I had to work a job. I had to go, ride a bus. I had to go to school for barbering. Finally got to barbering. Got into a shop. Still messing people up. Had to learn how to really cut. That took some years. Finally started building my clientele. Still building my clientele. You see what I'm saying? And I've been doing this for 4 years. So, hey, and I done moved shops. I done moved states. Things happen in life. It's life, bro. But I know as long as I stay here and I keep going hard at it, and I keep going and keep showing up every day, I'm going to be all right. Eventually, everything's going to, the tree will grow. The seed will grow. So remember that, man. Stay down till you come up. That's the most important, man. Let's get it.